Welcome back, everyone, to Third Street Reactions. I'm Zach.
Shane.
We are back with X-Men 97, Season 1, Episode 6. Do you remember what happened last time we watched this?
Yeah, it was one of the greatest things we've watched together on this channel, and I didn't think I was even going to... I thought this show was like, I bet it's going to be fun, and I've never watched the original, so I caught up thinking, okay, if it's like this, like, it'll be cool, but it won't be, like, epic. It's epic. I was wrong. It's one of the greatest things ever.
Yeah, I agree. The last episode was, do not be afraid.
Yeah, and I was
Gambit went out.
I watched the first episodes of Malachi.
Fucking powerful.
When they rescue that, he tells us that mutant, the green guy, you have my word, you will never have to be afraid again. And he tells him in German, right when they're all about to die, do not be afraid. Mm-hmm. It was so, oh my God. And he went out like a damn man, didn't he? I mean, and Gambit did too.
They both went out like bosses.
Yeah, Gambit's death was incredible. How he took control of it when the
the kinetic energy.
Yeah,
it's just.
And when he was amazing. Like boxing that thing with the train.
Yeah,
yeah,
it was fucking great. It was fucking great, and also you have to notice that both of Rogue's men, the top tier men.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
She lost them both. It looks like Gambit for sure.
Yeah, we didn't see Magneto's body yet, but Gambit was pretty much dead.
Yeah.
I can't feel you, Shug.
I just couldn't believe how heartbreaking that was.
Well, then Cable tried to come back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Not again.
It's like he tried to prevent it.
Yeah.
Maybe he's tried to prevent it a few times.
Well, obviously, he did not again.
God damn.
And that giant insect-like fucking sentinel.
He's like Aaron's giant titan during the rumbling.
He was running around, just blowing everybody up and killing everybody.
He was releasing more, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the big separatist tanks. That
fucking awful what happened there.
And they used the music at a great time, too, and it was incredible. We also had, it wasn't as interesting, but decently interesting. We had, what was her name? Jane? No.
Jean Grey.
Jean Grey. Literally, jeez.
But his mom took another moniker.
Yeah, Madeline.
Madeline Gray?
No, it's... Madeline. I can't remember.
Albright?
Starts with P. Madeline Pryor. Is it Madeline Pryor? Yeah. Which, I guess in the original, I guess in the comics...
Yeah, that was actually his mom.
But they fixed it here in a really cool way, actually. They tied them both together.
Yeah, they did.
The real Jean Grey, in her confusion, did kiss. Yeah,
Wolverine.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if she was confused. I think she was just, like, emotionally, she was fucking... It was a blitz.
Yeah.
But she knew she was kissing him.
Cyclops was hanging out, talking to the other clone he had the kid with.
You're right. So Wolverine was her other obvious option because Wolverine's always had a thing for her. She knew that, but Wolverine's like, hey, there are rules.
Yeah.
Go talk to him. You know what I mean? Like, he wants, like, you made the point that he wants her the right way.
When you really care about someone, too, you also don't want to be a big thing to, like, one of their big mistakes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's an unfortunate facet of reality.
Yeah.
That you're basically going to be a third wheel no matter what.
Yeah. You got anything else?
I have nothing else. I want to know where this is going because the last episode we watched was a hell of a thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, I just wished I watched it as a kid because this would have been the craziest thing I've ever seen.
I didn't see it consecutively enough as a kid to say, oh my God. But I just watching that episode was enough for me to say, Jesus, this is powerful.
It's absolutely powerful. Everything about it. Guys, before we jump in, if you want to support us, check out our full-length uncut reactions on Patreon.
Shane, what length was it?
Full length. And we also have early access. Let's jump in.
The song is... I know we talk about it every time.
Yeah, I mean, it truly is.
It's so iconic.
So, I watched a lot of 90s shows. This, to me, has one of the best theme songs.
Oh, yeah. Life Death Part 2.
Too late!
And it's my firepower!
Surrender? No.
Stand free! This pigeon shall not thwart the will of the Supreme Intelligence!
Ooh, it's a shirt song, guys.
I don't know what's going on here. Like, there's just a slaughter.
Yeah.
The Kree do not!
Kree.
Be honored to fall at my feet, Ronan.
A true Kree bows to no one.
Thank you, Gladiator. Ronan, dear,
A million pardons, Your Highness.
you dare interrupt my glorious moment?
Oh, it's your sister, the Empress.
Oh, joy.
Greetings, Shiar. 1 year ago, we offered the skills of our mighty healers to a Terran man on the verge of death. No ordinary Terran. This man has unlocked the secrets to my heart. So I, Empress Lilandra, is to be married, and our empire shall welcome a new emperor, Professor Charles Xavier.
What?
Walking.
To the might and glory of the Imperium.
She doesn't like that.
On Earth, newlyweds whisk off to some faraway island to celebrate their love.
And how far would my hopeless romantic see us go? Dare I assume a sandy beach on Earth itself?
Perhaps an Empress could even spend a portion of her time ruling the galaxy from my little corner of it?
My handsome Emperor has much to learn about masking his manipulations. You wish to return to your children, you should message them. Use a hologlobe. Invite them to the wedding. Unless you fear they'll think you've abandoned them.
That's some hair.
You've earned a life of your own, Charles, and I need you. Once we crush the Kree, an educator such as you can teach them our ways. Play the role of the peacemaker.
I wasn't aware my X-Men and I were playing make-believe.
All ruling is make-believe.
Will you at least consider Earth?
I will. But I remind you, Charles, the virtue of a teacher lies in showing their students how to walk on their own.
But I can't walk.
If he is sure there are no more lessons he can teach them.
You must drink.
Why bother?
Just cut that arm off.
Traitor.
It's his whole shoulder.
Cost you everything.
Your bite is a sort of demonic infection. Once the venom reaches his heart,
Leave him. Don't play martyr. Forge made his bed. Let him die in it.
all lives deserve saving, even his.
Think she's gonna get her powers back in this episode?
Oh no.
Let him die. Look the other way. Get used to it. You're not an X-Man anymore. Where did that get you? Kissing the hand that beats you?
I do not fear death.
I know.
Don't do that.
Is that why you fear your power? Sought refuge with this monotone family?
Enough! Let me out!
Look at your family. Who you follow. I was wrong. Forge didn't rob your gifts. You had already renounced them.
I cannot breathe.
You turned your back on these paths long ago.
Weaver of lies, depart to the desert, demon! Depart and be gone!
Doctor Strange little shit.
Yeah. At first, like, I know it bit him, but I was wondering if that was in her head. Get that man some chili.
Bison chili.
Careful. Your shoulder.
I'll give it to me straight.
Its bite is magical. Perhaps your mother's book holds an answer.
She wrote about a cacti, the Midnight Chala. I can show you the way.
You are too weak. Tell me where to go.
I don't have much time, Aurora.
Then we ride together, my love.
Love, damn.
The Empress, Lilandra Niramani, and her royal consort.
Your man speaks as if I am your pet. Not an entirely displeasing thought.
Hush now, beloved. You may bark later.
I have known you since you were but a hatchling and wish only for your happiness. Is a royal wedding...
Gladiator and his guard fill my ears with news of coming victory.
Yes, but some yearn for the stable comfort of what is familiar, for sameness.
Araki sugars his words, my sister. Your consort was born on the wrong side of the stars. A throne that is bound to more than the whims of your heart. A union with the Terran would bind the Shi'ar into alliance with his inferior homeworld. Xavier would see his Milky Way ghetto become our new throne world. High Council, for the sake of the Empire, I must invoke the right of Endasha.
Right of Endasha.
The right requires...
A non-Shi'ar pass a test of loyalty in order to wed a royal. I finished that volume my second day here, Deathbird.
To ensure we are protected from your Terran ties, you must renounce Earth and erase all memory of your life there.
Well, that's
Charles
horseshit.
is a formidable psychic. Luckily, we Shi'ar bow to a ruler of equal psychic power. Charles Xavier must purge all memories of Earth, and you, dear sister, must be the one to do it.
He flies off.
Just let me know.
Shara and Kithri. Our highest gods.
Once enemies, then forced to marry to bring harmony to the universe.
The union of Shara and Kithri is at the core of our principles, to bind various cultures into one for the sake of galactic peace and harmony.
How Rudyard Kipling of you.
I do not know this Kipling.
What is united if one half must be erased for the sake of the whole?
Idealism is also a sign of insanity.
You know, I have a very old and very dear friend on Earth who would agree with you.
Wise for a Terran.
His name is Magnus, and I wish to remember him.
You've made your decision then.
Forgive me. I do so love to think.
Do you love me, Charles?
A silly question. Even you know Deathbird's challenge goes too far.
If you refuse, they won't let us be together. Not unless I forfeit my throne, which is exactly Deathbird's design.
You saved my life. Gave me a home, a new future. Your devotion is beyond measure. Perhaps it is time to show you mine.
He's not gonna be the same guy if he doesn't have none of his memories.
Yeah.
There's just bullshit about it.
Maybe they have a way of keeping the personality intact.
I heard the adversary telling you to let me die. I'm so sorry, Aurora. For deceiving you, for drawing the adversary.
Hush. The demon was not your doing.
A big evil owl that feeds on anger and self-loathing. Call me Chum in the water.
Then I am Chum too. Before I lost my gifts, no matter how many I saved, my mutant gifts inspired twice as much hate and humanity. I am better this way.
Growing up, I always heard how the worst weapon used by the Europeans was not bullets or blankets, but a white lie that they could make us...
Make us what?
The cactus grows in darkness. Where?
That's why I came. I know how you feel about tight spaces.
Oh, shit.
Do you renounce all memories of Earth? Of your life there?
I do.
And of your X-Men? Xavier, do you renounce your X-Men?
See? He hesitates. He insults all Shi'ar. This was exactly my fear.
What you ask of him is no small burden.
He seeks to ally us with Earth, have our blood mixed with his inferior freak fluids. Xavier. Renounce her before her lovesick lunacy destroys us all.
Sedition. Gladiator, arrest this treacherous vulture.
Nice. Now you played your hand. A quad.
No, not this way. I have forgotten my greatest gift.
Hear me. Class is now in session.
That's fucking cool.
Now pay attention. It is time for today's lesson.
Just gonna teach him a lesson.
You had to be the bigger woman. Had to save him.
Damn it. That'd be so terrible for multiple reasons, even if you weren't claustrophobic.
Destroyed you. The High Road Storm. Last stop. You, pancaked by the pressure of existing. Submit, and I will save you and let you live your tempting daydream.
Not a daydream. The executioner's neutralizer was not the only weapon tamping down my gifts.
Deny your power. Lay dead, or humanity will thunder down upon you and your kind.
You all are an echo of who I am.
Her eyes are gonna open up and be fucking white.
So let them thunder, for I am lightning.
No, fuck. There it is.
Yeah. Oh. Whoa.
Hell yeah.
If it was that big, that'd be huge. That'd be as big as a state.
It's pretty fucking big. Got a little skimpy there.
Yeah. Whoa.
What are demons but reflections of our fears and shame? Things we bury within us, hide from loved ones, even as they poison our hearts, until we finally heal our adversary by embracing.
That's some magical shit.
Fuck yeah, it is.
It looks like you need it injected in you.
Nations
I like it
refusing
more.
to allow mutants displaced by the brutal attack on Genosha to return to their home countries. This, as rumors swirl that Genosha is the opening salvo in the long-feared evolutionary war.
Let's talk about power. Real power. Who can tell me from where the Shi'ar Imperium draws its might?
From the crushed skulls that house inferior minds, such as yours.
Raise your hand. Power of your empire is in truth a harvest of stolen worlds. You strike at the knees and claim you can help them walk again. But only if they assimilate.
Want to know a secret? Coexistence is messy. Thus my love for education. For my X-Men. Their heroism teaches a lesson we mustn't forget. That the universe is very old. Born of ancient stardust. And all children of the atom.
Heavens, no! Oh, my children! My children of the atom! Destroyed!
Must be seeing it.
What in the stars?
I must return to Earth. Immediately.
Charles, if you leave, you will prove my sister right about your kind.
If that should end our star-crossed affair, so be it. I will not abandon my kind. It is time I return to my X-Men.
No, God damn, did it again.
Look at this guy.
I did what you asked. I gave you my DNA to access Master Mold. Kill me, please. What happened in Genosha?
Don't take all the blame, Oliver.
Trask.
Mr. Sinister.
Genosha was merely the beginning, so long as you place your faith in Sinister.
He's a good follow-up villain.
Huh?
He's a good villain to replace Magneto's place.
Yeah. Guys, as a reaction, this is our discussion. What do you think?
You know, it wasn't as impactful as the last episode.
It was not.
But it's pretty fucking good.
In the beginning, I was kind of lost with the Shi'ar versus the Kree and everything.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's where Charles Xavier at the end of the last one, his consciousness went up there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and he's walking around this suit, obviously, but they don't know he's paralyzed. And
it's interesting that in spite of her saving his consciousness, she kept his paralysis.
Yeah.
So it's very, it's cool. It's not something I would want to happen to me if I was paralyzed. I definitely want to be able to walk on my own two legs.
Maybe she took his body. I don't remember. I thought that it was just a consciousness, but because of his power.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
So maybe those limitations are intrinsic.
Yeah, maybe that mind would paralyze whatever body it was in.
Yeah.
But no, I like star-crossed lover stories, always cool, and ultimately I like where his story went because he ended up choosing, I think, the right thing. You know, like he's being what he's always been, a selfless person.
Yeah.
and he's choosing his children. And I don't even think you have to be selfless to do that. I think it's just the instinct to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You want to give up everything to make sure they're okay. And like I think the pain he felt, as you said, like when he kind of sensing what was happening to Gambit, was terrible.
Well, yeah, it was god fucking awful. He's looking at all the skeletons. Like, you see how the chairs in the classroom were magnified.
Yeah.
There were so many more. And they were
all
all skeletons.
All the dead bodies. In
so he's thinking about the Genosha and the mutants, his people.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm not going to abandon my kind.
Yeah.
And that should be very representative of how he feels and who he is to these fuckers in this goddamn Imperium.
Yeah, I thought, okay, so the sister and her name, I'm sorry,
I didn't quite catch what the sister's name is. She was kind of a crazy asshole.
Yeah, like, she's not doing herself any favors politically by, like, openly attacking. I mean, that all escalated pretty fast.
It did.
I know it's a cartoon, but I thought it was particularly fast. To the
it was
point
very
where,
fast in terms of Imperial intrigue. I mean, just fucking blitzing her right there.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you didn't do the trial? See what you did? Fuck you!
Like, arrest her! No, arrest them!
Yeah, and
you
just
know?
the fucking attacks, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was funny how Charles took all the Shi'ara people and
sat them down.
classroom.
They're in a little classroom.
It was almost like this insulting thing. You know what I mean?
Because you're all being a fucking bunch of assholes and just sit you down and act like children.
Yeah,
They teach you like children.
So do you think the natural tendency for intelligent life, if let's assume evolution is absolutely true, everything about it, then I don't think you can make some kind of moral argument against, like, you know, like I think Xavier, he's trying to be morally enlightened as an evolved creature, right?
Yeah. But he also has limitations that have put him in a position to do that.
Yeah. My argument is like
he's had very humbling experiences.
Yes.
Versus Magneto, who has had very vindictive experiences.
Yeah, like a lot of pain and he's seen the worst side of humanity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just curious, like this empire, their empire has existed for thousands of years. They don't want to fall. Well, the sister thought, you know, she just wants power. She's using their marriage as a way to say, hey, listen, these guys are going to tear everything apart that we work for. And he's taking them, showing them, hey, you guys are only powerful because, and what do all empires do, big and small? They do exactly what they did.
Yeah.
They stay in power. They incorporate everyone else around them, and they spread, incorporating more, and they don't incorporate, they die. And they make sure other people don't rise up.
Yeah, there's almost like an anxiety to it. Like they're anxious about these people that can grow and oppose them.
It's like it's what Frieza did to the Saiyans.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frieza knew.
I knew.
Yes.
And you have to think, if you didn't stoke those flames...
then maybe it wouldn't have.
And maybe it wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
But you have to wonder.
But they also have people that, if they're allowed to grow and thrive, they might not have the same compassion, though, and they might wipe you out.
Yeah. When
they become apex. Another thing that's interesting is he says coexistence is messy. I don't think that could be more true than how life is lived in our country, because we have a melting pot of different people of skin color and religions.
Demographics
yeah,
are completely
the countries actually that don't have that problem, they're very homogenous, like the Japanese.
Yeah.
A bunch of Japanese people. Mm-hmm. Russia, ton of white people. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? China, ton of Chinese people. Mm-hmm. But I guess what I'm saying is the great thing about the United States is also one of the things that sometimes coexistence is messy, is what I was trying to say. And I think it's ultimately a good thing.
Look at the level of creativity that comes from this country.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's amazing. I mean, the only other country that really rivals us in creativity and in entertainment, as far as I'm concerned, is Japan.
Japan.
And Japan was heavily influenced by the United States after the Second World War.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that they didn't have their own brand and unique creativity before that.
Yeah.
They benefited from their relationship with the United States in terms of how they grew, where they're at in the world today, and their creative influence. I mean, like everything about them. It's substantially changed.
Yeah.
How the United States is intrinsically tied to Japanese relations. I mean, you look at their economy. Mm-hmm. That's what I was going for, their GDP.
Yeah.
I think you have the United States, at least the last time I checked. The United States, number one in the world in terms of GDP.
Yeah.
China is second. And I believe Japan is third, and then Germany. That says a lot.
It says a lot about Japan for how small they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because...
And where they had it come in the past 60 years.
Yeah. So that's fucking big for them.
But going forward, I'm really excited to have Xavier back, and I wonder what it's going to do to Magneto. Or is Magneto going to be, hey, I was fucking right? Is he going to resume back?
Right now, he might be fucking dead.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. I guess for some reason I think because you said we didn't see the body, it planted a mind virus in me.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't see the body yet. We saw Gambit's example twice.
Yeah, Gambit I'm certain is dead because mostly now because of Xavier's vision.
So I'd say Magneto might be alive. Do not be afraid.
Yeah.
You made that point that you did. Well,
I was saying that because I thought it was even sadder. He was trying to comfort someone when he knew that they're all going to die.
Yeah, and that's true. That's what made it great when I watched it the first time.
Yeah.
But it's incredibly possible that he's not dead because it's not made an example of him dying.
No, good point. Also, we have Storm back. Maybe, I think it was like repressed memories. We had a little talk off camera.
We did. About like really what was holding her back.
Yeah.
It was an example of it would be kind of repressed memories. So it's kind of like she was just repressed, like in a way, she was repressing herself.
She had to have this realization of who she was. So do you feel that is a good way for her to get her powers back, considering like it was this technological blast of radiation?
I don't know, because the radiation, like maybe it just nullifies your abilities to a certain extent, but it doesn't like wipe them out. Genetically, you are what you are. In this show, it's saying that mutants are genetically who they are. They're not given any enhancement by any chemical or radioactive enhancement.
Yeah.
They are born that way.
Yeah.
So when you go in and use some kind of, ray gun to nullify someone's abilities, like it makes sense that, okay, for a little while, genetically, your body takes an impact, takes a hit, has to recover. So her recovery is just as much psychological as it is physical.
Okay.
That's kind of where.
That's what I was wondering. B said it appeared.
You can say spiritual, but it's like psychological. To me, it's kind of the same thing in this instance.
In this instance, yeah. And I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Sinister at the end, we found out that he is kind of behind, at least seemingly.
Him and Trask are.
Well, he
used Trask.
Yeah, he used Trask to bend him to his will. So
yeah.
I think Mr. Sinister. I remember him, vaguely when I was younger.
Yeah.
And following some of this. I always thought he was a really cool idea for a villain.
Yeah.
So I think personally, just based on so little evidence, that he's actually a pretty good follow-up villain to Magneto, because Magneto has this philosophical battle that he's fighting.
Yeah.
Whereas Mr. Sinister is kind of more the Machiavellian.
Yeah.
Like evil.
He's like the more evil.
More evil piece of shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just funny that he chose such a blatant moniker for his name, Nom de Guerre.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm Mr. Sinister. It's like,
I love how it rhymes.
Mr. Sinister.
Guys, that's it for our post talk. If you want to support us, leave a comment down below. Tell us what you think. If we've missed anything, let us know in the comments. And also check us out on Patreon for early access and full length. Bye-bye.